Everything is bigger in Texas, especially college football. From the likes of Texas to Texas Tech to Baylor, the state is always at the forefront of the college world. But what if there was a new team with an edge ready to take over the state? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Frisco University, home of the Railriders. We are underway. This brand new college team is head coached by Nicky Price, former Scranton State quarterback. If you know, you know. They'll be taking on North Texas today, one of their many rivals. You see, Frisco, where the Railriders are, and Denton, where the North Texas is, they're separated by Louisville Lake. Big lake. So this is called the Louisville Lake Bowl. And on the first play of the day, pass is caught outside by Clayton Johnson. He's tackled by Olin Fritz. It's a loss of 5. Fritz is one of our young, fast, not the most technically sound linebackers out there, but he gets the job done. We hope to have him for a few seasons. It's already 3rd and 15. There's a gain of 9 for Landon Sides. And now we will take a look at the best player on this Frisco team. That is Miles Knight, sophomore, 80 overall running back. He was under-recruited out of high school, only 2 stars, played JUCO for a season, and then heard about Frisco opening up and knew he had free play time available. Only issue is his deal breaker, his championship contender. First play of the day goes to Miles Knight. He actually loses a yard on this one. Starting quarterback for Frisco in this game is Bryce Woodard, and he's going to float a ball over the middle of the field. It is dropped. Woodard doesn't really have the biggest arm on him. As a matter of fact, his throw power is only like a 76. But you wouldn't know it based on this ball here as he goes deep downfield, and it's knocked away from Jeremy Walls. Back on defense now. Reese Poffenbarger back to pass. He's going deep over the middle. It's nearly intercepted by Malcolm Burnett. He played the zone perfectly. Burnett is our best defensive player. He's got decent speed, but really his calling card is that he hits people hard. Taking another look at Burnett here. He makes a tackle on 2nd down. A gain of 4 makes it 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, Poffenbarger back to pass, going to the outside. He has this man, Trey Williams, for a big gain. That is a 1st down and more, as North Texas is all the way up to the 32-yard line. Here's another pass over the middle, caught for about 4 more yards. Olin Fritz with another tackle. Poffenbarger back to pass again, stepping up, throwing to his left, and overthrows his man. Don't think he had a play there anyways. 3rd and 6 now. Poffenbarger back to pass again over the middle. That'll make it 4th and 1. North Texas is going to go for it. Pass quickly to the outside. That's caught by Clayton Johnson. Easy 1st down as North Texas keeps this drive going. From the 27 now, pass goes to the left side. That is caught by Miles Coleman, and they give him a 1st down as well. They're up to the 17-yard line. Poffenbarger back to pass again. Underneath, again finding Coleman. There's 5 more. North Texas loves to throw the football. They've done it almost every single play here so far, except for this one where Clayton Johnson gets a gain of about 4. That'll make it 3rd down and 1. Pass over the middle is just barely off the mark for Trey Williams. That'll make it 4th and 1. Here's a handoff to Bex, and Bex got a 1st down, rather easily picks up 5, makes it 1st and goal. Another handoff for Clayton Johnson. He picks up 2 more. And on 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him one more time. This time he might have loses a yard. 3rd and goal now. Poffenbarger back to pass, stepping up, throwing to his right corner of the end zone. Touchdown. And that is Trey Williams finding the first 7 points of the day. The defense just couldn't quite get off the field there for the Railriders. They had multiple 3rd downs and just couldn't do it. Woodard takes over once again. It is 1st and 10. Handoff for Miles Knight. Still no space for him. I have a feeling we're going to have a hard time getting Knight going. Even though he is very good, our offensive line is not. There's a 1st down throw there to Javion Hodges, a sophomore receiver, and as he catches another one on this play, and Hodges fighting forward, he's going to pick up 8 yards. Javion Hodges, another one of those players that we have here that we're hoping sticks around for a few seasons. He's about a 70 overall right now, sophomore, so we're hoping he can progress as this team progresses. A couple runs lead us to 2nd and 9, and there goes Miles Knight with his first bit of space. Miles Knight, a first down and much more. Just about 20 yards on that one. 1st down and 10, Woodard rolling to his right, and he just doesn't have the speed to get away from defenders in the backfield. Here's Bryce Woodard's archetype. Okay, as we've reached the end of the first quarter, down 7-0. Bryce Woodard is your pocket passer. He doesn't have a strong arm, but all of his accuracies are in the mid-70s, so he can make most of the throws. As on this play, he goes to the outside for Asher Hayes. It's a gain of about 7. It'll make it 4th down and 2. Here's a handoff now for Miles Knight, and Knight is not going to get there. 1st down for North Texas. As Poffenbarger's back to pass again, that one is completed for no gain to Trey Williams. 2nd down and 10. Now Poffenbarger under pressure. Kerry Garland has the first sack of Frisco Railrider history. And we're going to get another look at this one here. He went right through the left tackle, and Poffenbarger had no chance. Kerry even laid a big hit on him there. Beautiful play. 3rd down and 15 now. Poffenbarger stepping up. He's going to throw underneath. That ball is caught. It's going to be a gain of about 10, and another successful defensive drive for Frisco. Here's a handoff now for Miles Knight on 1st down. He's going to pick up 7, as it appears he's finding a bit more space these last few carries. That pass is caught by Jewel Vaughn, and Vaughn's going to have a 1st down and more as Frisco crosses midfield. 1st down and 10. Quick pass to the outside. It's Javion Hodges once again. Tries to shake a defender. Just doesn't quite have the elusiveness to do so. 2nd and 1. It's another handoff for Knight, and they're all over him once again. 3rd and 2. Right back to Knight. This time he's got the 1st down and more. Picks up about 7. Up to the 25-yard line now. Handoff to Spencer Strickland. And Strickland is more of a receiving back. He's more of the 3rd down guy. He's not really one you want to hand it to that often. 3rd down and 9. Woodard back to pass. Nowhere to go. He's taken down for a sack. As the kicker is on for Frisco, and our first points come in the 2nd quarter by way of a field goal. The offense has been moving, just hasn't quite finished a drive yet. Poffenbarger back out there with his team as he hands off to Clayton Johnson on the first play of this drive. It's a gain of about 11. Johnson hasn't had a ton of space so far, but that was a nice run there. Here's a pass to the outside, caught by Simeon Evans, and that's another decent gain, about 15 more. And speaking of Clayton Johnson having no room, this time he loses 3 yards. It's 2nd and 13. Quick pass to the outside, caught by Dalton Carnes. And that'll make it 3rd and 10. Can the defense get off the field? Well, North Texas just hands off to Clayton Johnson. It's almost like they just conceded that drive away. 1st and 10 now. Miles Knight able to shake a defender and pick up 2 yards. It's not a bad start for Knight. He's averaging a little over 4 yards a carry. As Woodard rolls to his right, has a man downfield but overthrows him. That'll make it 3rd and 8. And on 3rd down, pass is caught by Jeremy Walls. Now, Walls is our best receiver. He's a 76 overall. Technically, that would be our best pass catcher on the team. But he doesn't have great route running ability. He has very good go up and get it catch ability, good contested catch ability. So hopefully we'll be able to see some of that throughout this season. Couple nice runs by Miles Knight get us another 1st down. As here's a deep pass down the right side. That ball's caught by Asher Hayes. Tough grab by the tight end. Asher Hayes, the senior, finds space in the cover 2. The safety couldn't quite get over there in time. And Hayes with a huge gain up to the 19-yard line. Woodard back to pass, looking for Hayes again. This time it's knocked away. 2nd down and 10. Here's a handoff for Miles Knight, and they're just not giving him any sort of room. 3rd and 14. Minute left to go in the half. Woodard rolling to his right, looking for somebody open. What's he going to do? Woodard floats to the end zone. It's caught by Spencer Strickland. Spencer Strickland comes down with it. He's not even a wide receiver. This is our backup running back, Spencer Strickland, as Woodard extended the play, launched it to the end zone, and Strickland went up and mossed the defender. Extra point is up. It is good. And Frisco has the first lead in team history. North Texas back out on the field. Thought they were just going to concede the drive away after they ran the ball a couple times, but they've called a few timeouts here. Looks like they're trying to get some points at the end of the first half here. There's a pass out for Clayton Johnson, who picks up 4 as North Texas is nearing midfield. And Reese evades the pressure there by Graham. Able to throw the ball away. Just ran in a quick circle. 8 seconds left. Poffenbarger over the middle. That one is caught. Once again, it's Trey Williams, his 5th of the day. And North Texas sets up a 56-yarder. It's good. As we are going to be tied at 10 going into halftime here in the first ever game of Railriders history. I think it's been mostly successful so far. I've enjoyed what we've done offensively. We just need to find a way to finish more drives. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are enjoying what you're watching so far and you want to see more of it, please drop a like, comment, subscribe, all of that fun stuff. You know the deal. You know all the YouTube jargon. We're going to be posting Frisco 3-4 times a week here, trying to get through this first season. And, get to recruiting, get to the fun stuff, as here's a deep shot to Jeremy Walls, and it's overthrown. North Texas gets a short field now after the first Frisco drive goes nowhere. He's a pass underneath. That's caught. Trey Williams for 6 more. As Poffenbarger, he just goes back and throws every single play. That's North Texas. They've got to have a 70-30 ratio when it comes to passing to running. As Poffenbarger going to take it himself. Speaking of running, he'll pick up 11 there. 1st and 10 up to the 25 already. Clayton Johnson, no room, picks up maybe a yard. Up to the 13 now. Pass outside. That's caught by Simeon Evans. And Evans is a good receiver. He just hasn't been the most active today. Here's a pass, or not a pass. Here's a touchdown for Clayton Johnson. Guys, I do all my commentary in one take. If I mess up, I mess up. You're going to hear it, and I'm going to own it. Frisco takes back over. Here's a handoff for Miles Knight. He finds room for 4 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 6. Knight to the outside now. Picks up another decent gain. That's about 7 more. 1st down and 10. Fake to Knight this time, and that ball is picked off by Fisher. North Texas takes over at the 22. And I don't think Woodard ever even saw him. 1st down play for North Texas is a beautiful tackle there by Malcolm Burnett. That's his 5th of the day. He's been in the backfield a couple times now as well. And speaking of, there he is laying another big hit to make it 3rd and 6. And on 3rd down, Poffenbarger over the middle once again. It is Simeon Evans. Every time this defense looks like they might get off the field, a big play is made by the North Texas offense. And there they go into the end zone once again to make it a 24-10 game. Trying to stop this game from getting out of hand here. Woodard looking to set up a screen for Miles Knight. It's not there. Woodard back to pass on 2nd down. Try again with the screen. This time it's there. Miles Knight with room to run. He picks up 11. 1st down, Frisco. Woodard back to pass, looking for somebody open, and he overthrows Asher Hayes. Lucky that wasn't intercepted. So here's a nice gain for Miles Knight. He'll pick up 6 more. It's 3rd and 4. Woodard back to pass again, looking for somebody open. Can't really find anyone, and Jewel Vaughn drops the pass. Nicky Price leaves his offense on the field. He thinks it's too, I don't know. It doesn't work out for him, though. North Texas takes back over once again. 1st and 10. Here's a pass to Simeon Evans. Finally, he's starting to have some space out there as he gets his team all the way up to the 21-yard line. Here's a pass underneath. That is caught by 22. That is Dolan Carnes. Nope, that's Landon Sides. Gain of 6. Here's another pass to the outside. This time Clayton Johnson with some space, and he gets it up to the 8, where he will take a handoff, and he's never going down, all the way up to the 1-yard line. And ladies and gentlemen, nothing went Frisco's way here in the second half. As suddenly it is 31-10, and it's still just the third quarter. Wanted to show you one more fun play here. And by one more, I mean we're going to show you more plays, obviously. But, yeah. That's the last throw that Bryce Woodard was going to throw today. North Texas put up another field goal, and here is Don Bridges. Don Bridges is a true freshman with a cannon, and he shows it off there. He just isn't very accurate. Bridges reminds me of, like, Anthony Richardson. If you want him to throw the ball 60 yards down the field, he can do it. Okay, he can do that easily. But if you need him to throw a quick slant or any other timing route, it's going to be a hard time. North Texas puts up another 3 points after the failed plays by Frisco. And here's a handoff to Miles Knight. Miles Knight with some room, and that run puts him up over 100 yards on the day. 1st and 10 now from the 43. Here's a couple fakes. Bridges back to pass, looking over the middle, and that's what we're talking about. Miles Bridges just isn't very accurate where you need to be accurate. And that's going to be the end of this one. North Texas was able to put up another field goal there before the end of the game, and they win 40-10. It was a rather uninspiring performance there in the second half by Frisco. But I think what's going to happen here in game number 2 is we're going to change up the playbook. We're going to become more run heavy, and Don Bridges is going to be the starting quarterback so that we have threats both with Miles Knight and Don Bridges. Malcolm Burnett had 18 total tackles, 3 of those going for loss. I got to say, some of the defense was really good. Our championship contender rating is just a D, and as you can see there, Miles Knight very likely will not be on this team next season. But we do have one positive thing from this first game. Malcolm Burnett, Sun Belt Defensive Player of the Week. We've got ourselves a doubleheader here in episode 1 of Frisco University. The University of Frisco, what sounds better? I'll let you guys decide. We are the Railriders. That's what we are. Now, if our first game was the Louisville Lake Bowl, you take one road pretty much to get from Frisco to Waco. So the rivalry here with the Baylor Bears is the I-35 Cup. And we are just about to be underway here in Waco. Kick is up about 5 yards deep in the end zone. Baylor Bears will take it out, and maybe not a good decision, only get out to the 17. Nicky Price looking for his team to perform a little bit better here in the second game of the season, as we got some keys to the game. Railriders finish every drive, and they definitely gave me enough time to read that. Perfect. Sawyer Robertson is your starting quarterback here for Baylor, and he zips a pass over the middle of the field. Big time gain on first down. That's Kobe Prentice for 32 yards. Robertson back to pass now on second down. Quick one out to Bryson Washington, as Washington's able to pick up nothing. And it's going to be imperative that we stop Bryson Washington here today. Here's a 3rd and 10. Robertson keeps it himself, looking for the edge. He's not going to get there. Percy Tate makes the play. And in game number 2 here, I want to make more of an effort to run the football in multiple ways. As on first down, here's a handoff. Spencer Strickland finds room, and Strickland picks up 18. After a sack of Don Bridges, it's 2nd and 18, and Bridges underneath, he finds Miles Knight, and Knight able to pick up a gain of 13, makes it 3rd and 5. And on 3rd down, handoff goes to Knight. He's fighting forward. It's 4th and 1. As Frisco stays on the field, it's another handoff for Knight. He's got plenty of room, picks up 5 more. First down, Frisco. 1st and 10, Bridges back to pass. Thought he wanted to go deep there, but couldn't quite get enough on it. 2nd and 10. Here's a screen outside for Knight, and Knight maybe found enough room for 2 yards. 3rd and 8 now. Bridges back to pass, looking underneath, and that was never going to get completed. Here's York on to punt this one back to Baylor. see if we can get a favorable Frisco bounce, and we do. It goes out of bounds at the 1. That's where Sawyer Robertson will take over, and he keeps the ball himself on first down. Robertson picks up 10 yards and another first. Gives his team some room to work with. Here's a pass underneath. That is caught by Miles Coleman, and it's a gain of 7. Here's another give for Bryson Washington. He's got no room, and of course, Malcolm Burnett is in the backfield to clean up. I don't know. There was no cleanup because it's not like he was stood up or anything. It was just up. Miles Knight back deep to return this punt, seeing if he can find a little space to work with. And Knight breaks a couple tackles. Knight has one man to beat, and he's caught from behind. Miles Knight with a massive return. I don't know how he got through this pile of people. Thought he was going to go all the way after he juked out the punter, but he just barely got caught. First down and 10. Here's a quick flip for Jewel Vaughn, and he tries to juke upfield. He actually loses a yard. Second and 11. Running the speed option now. Bridges flips out to Miles Knight. Knight's got room. He's in the end zone. And Frisco is on top here in Waco. The Railriders strike first. We said we wanted to start Don Bridges so that he was more of a threat running the football. And what happens? It works immediately. Baylor takes over down 7-0 now as Sawyer Robertson back to pass on first down. That pass is caught on the outside. Going upfield is Josh Cameron. He's all the way up to the 42-yard line. Big play on first down for Baylor. Sawyer back to pass again, looking underneath. It's another quick play, quick gain of 5. Second and 5, fake to Bryson Washington, thrown out to him anyways. He's able to break off of a defender and riskily reaching forward. Doesn't lose the football though. 3rd and 1. Robertson steps up. Pass outside is caught by Michael Trigg. Big gain on the outside. Here's another handoff for Washington. Up the middle again. Picks up 5. Bryson Washington is a 90 overall running back. There is a very big chance he is going to the league. As we have reached the end of the first quarter, Frisco is up 7-0. I will say they're losing the time of possession. They're losing the yards battle, but they've had one short drive where they found the end zone. 3rd and 1. Bryson Washington going nowhere. He loses 4. And Baylor will have to settle for a field goal, but there's a flag. And that's going to be on Damian Valentine. Got him for roughing the kicker. 1st and goal now after the penalty. Here's a quick pass to the outside. That one is caught for a gain of 4, maybe 5 for Lewis Brown. 2nd and goal, handoff Bryson Washington again. He's got nowhere to go, loses a yard again. And that puts him at 0 rushing on the day. Robertson on 3rd and goal, though, finds Michael Trigg. Touchdown, Baylor. And what should have been just a field goal drive ends up being 6 for the Bears. Don Bridges takes back over from the 17-yard line, and on first down, going to hand this one off to Miles Knight, and Knight finds a seam. Miles Knight has room. He's at the 40, all the way up to the 20. Miles Knight, touchdown, Railriders. Untouched for 83 yards, and that's his 2nd of the day. Once Miles Knight kicks it into that next gear, nobody's gonna catch him. This is what we wanted to see with this impressive sophomore running back. 14-7 now is your score as Sawyer Robertson got back to pass on first down, and he hits Michael Trigg. It's a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8 now for Robertson. Pass quickly to the outside. Gain of about 5. 3rd down and 3. Robertson keeps himself, goes up the middle, has some space, loses the football. It's scooped up by Noah Wade, and Frisco has it. But I think Robertson was down. Of course, Malcolm Burnett is the one who forced the ball loose. But on second look, it looks like Robertson was down. There's no replay, though, and Frisco just runs a play. There is no replay, no review. It's Frisco football. Couple handoffs here to Miles Knight don't go very far. Then I'll make it 3rd down and 9. Bridges back to pass again, looking deep down the right side. There's Asher Hayes. Big play. All the way up to the 14 now. Handoff Knight. He's got nowhere to go. Loses 3. 2nd down and 13. Handoff Knight once again. Loses 3 more. Suddenly Baylor is all over him. 3rd and 16. Bridges back to pass. Rolling to his right. Coming back to his left. What's the freshman going to do? He throws this one away. Always a little scary when you watch the freshman run around back there, and there's a flag. These special teams units just can't stay disciplined, trying to go too hard for these blocked kicks, and they keep hitting the kicker. Doesn't amount to anything for Frisco, though. There's a failed run by Miles Knight. They kick a field goal anyways. It really doesn't matter. 17-7 Railriders. Who would have expected the Railriders to have a 10-point lead in this game? Handoff here for Bryson Washington. He's able to pick up 2 yards. And that'll make it 2nd down and 8. Robertson looking to the outside. That's Michael Trigg. He's already got 5 catches, 41 yards in this one. Robertson hands off to Washington now, and Washington finally finds some room as he crosses midfield for the Bears. The Bears hustle up to the line of scrimmage now. Robertson looking to the outside. Good defense as Frisco is able to knock it loose. 2nd and 10 now. Pass underneath, caught. Kobe Prentice, gain of 4. 3rd down and 6. Robertson looking for somebody open again. Launching deep downfield. It's knocked away. Good coverage by the Railriders as they take back over. And here's Don Bridges keeping it himself. Picks up maybe 2 yards. Only about a minute left here in this final first bit of the half. And Bridges, guys, hand up. That's on me. I tried to playmaker my receiver there. That's on me. Tried to playmaker. Ended up hitting a juke. Didn't realize what was going on. Sacked for... That's on me. I'm not even going to try to commentate like that was Don Bridges' fault. That's completely on me. We end up punting it back to Baylor, and they've got a short field now with 30 seconds left in the half. Pass on the outside. Caught Michael Trigg. He actually loses a yard. Makes it 2nd and 11. Back to pass again. Robertson trying to set up a screen. Unsuccessful. Sawyer looking to set up yet another screen. Here's Bryson Washington with some room, and he's able to pick up a 1st down. Up to the 31-yard line. That would be the last play Baylor ran as they kick a field goal. Frisco up 17-10 over the Baylor Bears here at halftime, and Miles Knight having himself a day so far. 114 yards and 2 touchdowns. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason we are called the Frisco Railriders is because way back in the 1900s, when Frisco was first being settled, the San Francisco train ran through the city of Frisco. Now, it wasn't called Frisco yet. There was just people there, right? That's all that it was. It was just people there. But the people that were there paid homage to the San Francisco railroad system, and they named their city Frisco City. Later shortened to just Frisco. There's a little bit of history for you today. Hope you enjoyed it. I don't think I explained that very well. Basically, the San Francisco Railroad went through Frisco, so they named it after the railroad. There you go. All right, I'm done with my stupid history lesson. You guys don't care. 2nd and 10. Frisco starts this second half with the football. Quick gain of 2 for Miles Knight makes it 3rd and 8. And Bridges back to pass on 3rd down. Looking for somebody open. Completes the pass to Hodges. It's a gain of just 3. And York will punt it away once again. Can he give us another beauty? This one does a favorable Frisco bounce, and it's another beauty. Down at the 3-yard line. Here's Sawyer. Nope, that's Bryson Washington taken down after a gain of 4. 2nd and 6. Sawyer back to pass. Looking to the outside, and it's knocked away. 3rd and 6. Can Frisco get off the field? Robertson back to pass, stepping up, looking to his left. There's Michael Trigg once again. And he's absolutely killing us today. Frisco, and that's not Frisco, that's Baylor. Don't worry, guys. We will get better with the commentary as we go. 1st and 10 from the 30. Robertson back to pass again. Looking for somebody open, and he just passes this one underneath. It's a gain of about 3. 2nd and 7. This time handoff Bryson Washington. And Washington starting to find a bit more space. He's up to 42 yards. Robertson now up the seam. That ball is caught. Michael Trigg breaks 2 tackles, and he's going all the way. The defense was playing mostly good in this one, but Michael Trigg, that is just some pee-wee level tackling by the Railriders. And suddenly it's 17 all as Frisco takes back over. Here's a pass underneath that is dropped by Javion Hodges. Part of the issue it feels like we're having so far is none of these receivers can really make much of a contested grab. They've just got to be open. But they can't really get open because they don't have the route running ability to get open. You see the dilemma here. There's a nice first down catch. Handoff now for Spencer Strickland, and suddenly this run game has nowhere to go. 2nd down and 13, Bridges looking to set up a screen for Asher Hayes, and Asher has nowhere to go. It's 3rd and 16. Bridges back to pass, rolling to his left, trying to escape the defense, and he loses the football. Baylor scoops it up, and I'm not sure if Bridges just thought he was faster than the defense there, but clearly he wasn't. First down shot to the end zone, knocked away by the Railriders. That'll make it 2nd down and 10. And Robertson under pressure. It's a mix of Kerry Garland and Percy Tate. Big play by these Railriders. 3rd down and 10. Pass underneath is knocked away as Baylor will settle for a field goal. Turnover luckily only leads to 3 points as here's a quick pass underneath. Asher Hayes picks up 3. And that'll make it 2nd and 7. Looking for a quick screen for Jewel Vaughn. That's just 3 more. 3rd down and 4. And this pass off the mark for Asher Hayes. Once again, Frisco punts it away. As Baylor takes back over, here's another pass for Michael Trigg. Luckily, only a gain of 1 this time. It's 2nd and 9. Pass over the middle this time, knocked away. We got to stop saying this time. We got to think of more different words to say. 3rd and 9, Robertson looking, and he has his man. Tough grab for the first down. Baylor moves the chains. Not going anywhere with this first down run, though, as Kerry Garland was all over Bryson Washington. And like I said, Washington, he's really good. He's a 90 overall, but we have been all over him here today. 2nd down and 12. Robertson back to pass once again. Over the middle. That ball is caught. Gain of about 7. That was Josh Cameron. Here's another handoff for Bryson Washington. He picks up about 3, and that makes it 4th and 1. Baylor, for some reason, punts it away. Here's a fake now for Spencer Strickland. Don Bridges keeps it himself. Bridges loses the football. Luckily, it's scooped up by Javion Hodges. Bridges back to pass now as that one's caught by Jewel Vaughn. That'll make it 3rd down and 1. Need a first down here. Knight goes right up the middle, and oh no. Miles Knight is injured as he's celebrating. We'll have to get an update on him. That would be detrimental to our season. Bridges back to pass here on first down. Looking deep downfield for Jeremy Walls. It is overthrown. Update on Miles Knight. Bruised ribs. And I'm hearing Knight is fighting on the sideline to stay in this game. But Coach Nicky Price is keeping him out for now. Failed screen makes it 3rd down and 10. Bridges back to pass again. Not enough time. It is 4th and 10. Frisco punts it back to Baylor. Handoff now for Bryson Washington. He picks up about 4 yards. So Washington hasn't really had the space he's wanted to. Trying to get it to him on the outside with an option. I forgot what the play was called. He loses 2. Big play Percy Tate. Here's a pass over the middle. That's caught once again. Michael Trigg. He's got 10 catches, 123 yards. And Sawyer Robinson on first down, deep over the middle of the field. More broken tackles. That's a touchdown. Kobe Prentice makes this a 27-17 game. Miles Knight back in for this play. He's able to pick up 3. That'll make it 2nd and 7. Here's a pass quickly for Asher Hayes, and Hayes gets up the left side. Able to pick up a solid gain of maybe 15 on that one. First down and 10. Quick pass to the outside. It's Stan Fletcher. He gets 4 more. Frisco trying to do anything they can to stay in this game. 2nd down and 6. And they're running the option once again, this time with Spencer Strickland. Strickland's got a bit of space out there. He just doesn't quite have the speed of Miles Knight. 3rd down and 2. Need a 1st down here. Don Bridges able to get it and get out of bounds. Don't take a hit. You will fumble. Bridges back to pass on 1st down. Looking deep over the right side. It's knocked away from Jeremy Walls. He just can't get open. 2nd and 10. Bridges rolling to his right. Looking for somebody open. He's chased down once again. And Bridges, I believe he is shaken up on that play as he tries to float this ball over the middle of the field. He just can't get anything on it. I think that tackle might have hurt Don Bridges. Back to pass again. And yeah, he just can't get the same zip on the football. That one's picked off. And I think this one might nearly be over. Frisco able to get the ball back. Here's a screen set up for Javion Hodges. It's a quick gain of about 8. But with just 2 minutes remaining, they're going to have to move a lot quicker in this one. Bridges pass underneath. That's caught by Asher Hayes once again. I believe that's his 4th or 5th of the day. He's got 51 yards. Speaking of Hayes, let's make it another catch for him. There's 6 more. That'll make it 2nd and 4. There's only a minute left in this game, though. And I think based on this performance right here, Don Bridges has earned the starting quarterback spot. This type of stuff takes guts. To go out there while you're injured and still complete your passes, that takes guts. As on 4th down, unfortunately that ball is knocked away from Asher Hayes. But Don Bridges will be our starting quarterback going forward. Like I said, that takes guts. That takes heart. He was clearly injured at the end of that game, but he stayed out there and still tried to make plays for this football team. That is the type of guy that I want, especially at the quarterback position. Guys, there's one problem we need to address after these first 2 games. We have scored 27 points in our first 2 games. That alone is bad. But the real bad thing is all 27 points were scored in the first half. We have 0 points scored in the second half of these football games. Asher Hayes is looking like he might be Don Bridges' favorite target, and Malcolm Burnett had another great game, but really, Percy Tate and Kerry Garland were the kings of this game. Guys, once again, if you enjoy this content, please drop a like, comment, subscribe. You know, all the YouTube jargon, all that BS. Our championship contender drops to an F. We'll take a quick look at recruiting here. Now, look, Nicky Price, he simply doesn't have the time to actually go and scout these players. Nicky Price just looks at fun names. So if you have a fun name like Jason Kashama or Javante Bruss or Kevin Steiner, Nicky Price is offering you a scholarship to come play for Frisco State. And he's thinking, if you're 3 stars, you must be pretty good. That's a pretty high-end restaurant. So Nicky Price is offering a ton of 3-star players with cool names. Guys, you know, we have 350 hours that we're offering 3-star players. That's what we're doing. Hey, if you enjoy this video, like I said, drop a like, comment, subscribe. We're going to be doing this 3-4 times a week. 1, maybe 2, probably 2 games at a time in most episodes as we get through season 1. Next time, we will be playing the DFW Cup, the Metroplex Cup, whatever you want to call it. We've got Frisco versus TCU. I'll see you next time. This is Ken. Peace out.